The last 10 years, wow. Our understanding of the universe hasn't just inched forward, it has been completely turned on its head. Seriously. We've made discoveries that have fundamentally changed how we see ourselves and our place in the cosmos. So, let's just dive right into this absolutely incredible decade of cosmic leaps. To kick things off, just look at this number, 7. That's how many Earth-sized planets we found whipping around a single star, and it's practically our neighbor. This is, hands down, one of the most astonishing discoveries of our time, and believe me, it's just a taste of what's to come.
So, that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. How did this single decade completely rewrite the textbooks and reshape our entire cosmic perspective? We're going to look at the incredible search for new worlds, how we unveiled a universe that was literally invisible, and how we kicked off a brand new age of exploration.
Okay, first up, let's tackle one of the biggest, oldest questions humanity has ever asked. Are we alone? For thousands of years, this was all just speculation, right? Stuff for philosophers. But in the last decade, it became a real boots-on-the-ground scientific investigation.
And the sheer scale of what we found is just staggering. Before this, we knew about, a handful of planets outside our solar system? Then missions like the Kepler Space Telescope came along and just blew the doors off, finding over 2,600 confirmed worlds. All of a sudden, planets weren't some rare cosmic jewel, they were everywhere. The data turned our galaxy from this vast, empty space into a cosmic ocean just teeming with islands. And one of the most exciting finds of all was the TRAPPIST-1 system. It's pretty close, cosmically speaking, just 39 light-years away. And get this, it has 7 rocky, Earth-sized worlds, and 3 of them are in the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right for liquid water to potentially exist on the surface.
But the search for habitable worlds wasn't just happening in some distant star system. It was happening right next door. NASA's Curiosity rover literally drove across ancient lake beds on Mars. That told us for sure that Mars was once a much wetter and maybe, just maybe, a much more life-friendly planet.
And it gets even closer to home. We also confirmed that there are huge deposits of water ice hiding in these permanently shadowed craters at the moon's poles. Now, this isn't just cool, it's a game changer. It's a critical resource for future astronauts. We're talking drinking water, breathable air, and even rocket fuel, all just waiting for us on the moon.
And get this, it's not just water we're finding the actual building blocks of life itself. The Cassini mission did something incredible. It flew through these giant plumes of water erupting from Saturn's moon Enceladus and found complex organic molecules, the very ingredients for life as we know it, mixed in with the spray from its hidden ocean.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit, because some of the biggest breakthroughs of the decade came from discovering things we couldn't see at all. We basically learned how to perceive the universe in a completely new way. For 100 years, gravitational waves were just an idea on paper. The best way to think of them is like sound waves for the universe. So instead of using light to see what's happening out there, we can now hear the vibrations, the actual ripples in spacetime, from insane events like 2 black holes smashing into each other. And this was the payoff of a century of work. Albert Einstein called it way back in 1915. Then, exactly 100 years later, in 2015, the LIGO and Virgo teams made the first detection. It was a Nobel Prize-winning moment that literally opened up a whole new field of astronomy overnight.
So we learned to hear the universe. And then, in another absolutely historic achievement, scientists figured out a way to see something that by its very nature is supposed to be completely invisible.
This is it, the first picture ever taken of a black hole. To do this, it took a global network of telescopes, the Event Horizon Telescope, all working together to create a virtual telescope the size of the entire planet Earth. What you're actually seeing is the shadow, the silhouette of the supermassive black hole in the M87 galaxy, and it confirmed Einstein's theories in the most breathtaking way you could imagine.
But for everything we figured out, the decade also made our biggest cosmic mystery even deeper. Look at this chart. Everything we can see, the stars, the planets, you, me, this screen, all of it makes up just 5% of the universe. Surveys like the Dark Energy Survey helped us map the other 95%, which is made of mysterious dark matter and dark energy. The problem? We still have absolutely no idea what they are.
And that brings us to our final theme, a new age of exploration. This one was driven by some truly revolutionary technology and some completely unexpected visitors from the great beyond.
For decades, going to space was insanely expensive, mostly because we'd build these magnificent rockets and then just throw them away in the ocean after one use. Then, SpaceX came along and proved that reusable rockets were not just a sci-fi dream. By landing their boosters on drone ships and flying them again, they completely changed the economics of space. It's now cheaper and easier to get to orbit than ever before. It's a total game changer.
Then, in 2017, the universe decided to send us a little postcard. An object we named Oumuamua came zipping through our solar system, and it was weird. It was unlike anything we had ever seen, and boy, did it have scientists scratching their heads. The big question was, what was this thing?
I mean, think about this. It was the first object we'd ever detected from another star system. It was shaped like a cigar or maybe a pancake, moving super fast, and then it sped up as it left, pushing away from the sun without any visible tail like a comet. It just didn't make sense, and it sparked this huge scientific debate that's still going on about its natural, or maybe not so natural, origins.
And while all these incredible robotic missions were happening, let's not forget the human element. Our presence in space just kept pushing new boundaries. The International Space Station has been our constant outpost in orbit, a real symbol of global teamwork, where astronauts have run thousands of experiments in biology, physics, and material science, all to make life better down here on Earth.
So, wow. After a decade of such massive change, it's worth just taking a breath to put it all together. What does all this actually mean for our future out there among the stars?
Think about it. In just 10 years, we made these enormous leaps. We went from wondering if other Earths even existed to knowing that our galaxy is chock full of them. We developed brand new senses to see and hear a universe that was hidden from us. And we completely rewrote the rule book on how we even get to space.
At the end of the day, this decade took us from being just passive stargazers to being active explorers in a universe that is so much stranger and more amazing than we ever thought possible. We're not just looking at the stars anymore, we're starting to reach for them.
And that just leaves us with one final, absolutely thrilling thought. Everything we've talked about would have sounded like pure science fiction just a generation ago. So the real question is, if this is what we pulled off in the last 10 years, can you even imagine what we're going to find in the next 10?